Hi, this is Apes, and welcome to the first of my film series reviews. I said this in my video that when I to my plans for the channel on Sundays, I'm going to start reviewing like film series, like like Terminator series or Indiana Jones series, gangster series. And the first one that I said I was going to review in that video, if you watched it, is going to be the Planet of the Apes series. Okay, so um, the first one that I'm going to review. I'm going to for the 5 films. I'm not going to review the remake with Mark Wahlberg or the other version, the one that came out, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, because I have a review of that on my channel actually. So the first movie in this series, this great series that made of the original 5 films that came out. Okay, and the first one in the set that I got is of course the original. Let's take this out of the box. Let me see it. This is, of course, the Planet of the Apes. Okay? Okay, and this has a ton of special features. It has a 2-hour documentary on this as well that, goes into the whole process of when it got adapted, who bought the rights to the book and stuff, and the whole process and the makeup. And it's a really good documentary hosted by Roddy McDowell for like 2 hours. I think Ken Burns produced it. It's really good on this. It's a special feature, and it also has commentary from the actors and stuff on it. Really good special features, and it actually looks really good on Blu-ray. I have to say that the picture quality is excellent on this Blu-ray. Anyway, like I said, this is a long-running series, and basically, like I said, the story is this came out in 1968, and it's basically the movie was directed by Franklin J. Schaffner, starred, of course, Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowell, Maurice Evans, Kim Hunter, and Linda Harrison. Okay, and this is, of course, based on the French novel by Pierre Bourlet, okay, and it was adapted by producer what's the guy's name? Arthur Jacobs. Yeah, Arthur P. Jacobs. Okay, and basically the story is about an astronaut crew that's basically they're traveling for like 6 months, and it's really they're away from Earth for like 700 years, I think, and they kind of crash land on a strange planet in the future. Okay, and at first they think the planet is desolate because they're in this middle of this big desert, and they have to walk and keep walking until they find a primitive society where they see humans, and the humans look more like like cavemen basically, and they're living out there. And then all of a sudden they find out that when they hear loud banging horse drums, that the apes basically have taken over. The apes capture the 3, they capture them as astronauts. And Charlton Heston's character is Taylor. He's George Taylor. He gets captured, and basically, he gets shot in the neck, so he can't really speak. And all the primitive humans on this planet are basically captured by the apes who rule the planet. Okay, he can't speak, so he noticed they keep him in cages and they keep them trapped. And of course, he's trying to communicate, but he can't because he had got shot in the neck when he was captured, so he has to basically heal up. And then when he does, he does catch the eye of 2 chimpanzees that are scientists. Zera, played by Kim Hunter, and Cornelius, played by Roddy McDowell. Okay, and of course Zera is very interested in it. She calls him Bright Eyes. Okay, and then he finally communicates to her by grabbing paper and writing down that he can't speak. Okay, and what his name is. And then basically, when finally you see that famous scene where he basically tries to escape and he gets caught, and he says that famous line of "Get your damn dirty hands off me, you sticking paws off me, you damn dirty ape." That great classic line, of course. So they're stunned by this because they thought humans didn't have the ability to speak. And of course, the council, which is made up of chimpanzees, and in this society, the gorillas are the workers in the military. The chimpanzees are the scientists, and the orangutans are the high class thinkers. Okay, they run society. And Dr. Zayas, played by Maurice Evans, of course, he sees Taylor as a threat to everything else that's going on this planet, on this society. And of course, Taylor just basically wants to escape and get out from this crazy place and just survive. He doesn't know where he is. He thinks he's on a foreign planet somewhere, where this topsy-turvy world where apes rule and humans, subjected. Anyway, this movie is very good, especially for its time. This movie has a lot of social and political messages in it. Okay, especially from, like I said, the movie came out in the '60s, during a turbulent time in the United States. But it's actually one of the best franchises ever. And this movie, like I said, and the makeup, of course, is legendary. Okay, and the makeup, that the apes, that the actors wear for this, and like I said, it's a good story, good sci-fi action, and like I said, it has social and political messages in it as well. And the first Planet of the Apes movie is just great, and Charlton Heston is absolutely fantastic as Taylor. Okay, he's a cynical guy. You can tell it from the beginning of it in the movie when he's with his two companions and he's talking about, why they joined up for this mission to travel out into space and stuff. And you can tell he's cynical, and he's basically had it up to their society. So he's just doing this for kicks, basically. And like I said, it's really good. Good performance, especially Maurice Evans as Dr. Cornelius, not Cornelius, Dr. Zaius, excuse me, I'm sorry. Dr. Zaius, and of course Kim Hunter, Zira, and Roddy McDowell's Cornelius. Okay, it's a really, really good movie. And you have Linda Harrison as Nova, who doesn't get to speak any lines, of course. But it's a really, really good movie. And of course, this is the first one that started off the franchise. Okay, so I would rate this, Planet of the Apes. I would give this an 8 out of 10. Okay, they had to make some changes from the novel, because in the novel, I think it's supposed to be a futuristic society, but of course, when they were filming this at the time, they had like a limited budget, I think a $5 million budget, so they couldn't build all these futuristic, cars and stuff. That would cost too much for the budget, so they had to kind of scale it back and make it a more primitive society and stuff. And so, like I say, you see the behind-the-scenes stuff, they talk about it and stuff, about how they had to change it around the novel around a little bit, but the basic story is still there about the society, like I said, where apes rule and humans are on the low end of the spectrum. And it's just a really, really good movie. Again, an 8 out of 10 for me. Okay, so again, this is the first movie that I'll be reviewing. So the next movie that I'll be reviewing, you let me know what you think of, Planet of the Apes, the original. Actually, I love this. 8 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. No, you know what? I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, just because for its time and the messages that it sent, and this the overall scope in society in cinema. This movie does deserve a 9 out of 10. Okay, the original Planet of the Apes. Okay, so let me know what you think of that. Feel free to leave comments down below. And then next week on my Planet of the Apes series, I'm going to go to the second movie in the series, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I'll be reviewing that movie. Okay, for next time. Okay, so until then, this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.